Hello and welcome back to my channel and to a new video. I hope you're well, having a lovely day. If you're new here, my name is Nicola and I make lifestyle videos, and today I'm just here to have a chat because it is Wednesday. It's the day you're watching this. I am just about to start work for the day, and I hadn't filmed anything. It's been a manic weekend. So usually I film my videos over the weekend, sometimes the beginning of the week. But at the weekend we had a dance festival, and actually Phoebe and I stayed away all weekend. So and we left super early on Saturday, and then we got back about lunchtime on Sunday. But then I had to do washing and sort stuff out and clean the house and all that sort of stuff. Andrew had done some things. In fact, he'd done most of the washing. There was just the drying that needed to do, and I needed to cook a roast dinner and things like that. So I just didn't have time, and I did want to take the camera with me to the dance festival. It would be lovely to film that experience, but because there's so many other people's children there, it's just not possible. So I can tell you a bit about it, but yeah, I can't really film it. It was lovely. We had a really nice time. But yeah, so I thought I would just have a little chat today, and I've got a few, sorry, my hair, I've just done my hair and it's, and I've got a few January favourites. I thought I'd just chuck a couple of favourites in there to talk about while I was here. So rather than just not put up a video at all, I thought I would just do this. I was going to have a cuppa, but I've just had two, so I don't think I really need a third. So I've got a glass of water because it's January, and you know, who isn't trying to drink more water at the beginning of the year? It doesn't usually last very long, that resolution. But yeah, so how's your January been? Have you had a good start to the year? Ours has sucked, to be quite honest. Well, I say that, it's not that bad in the whole scheme of things, and actually things have started to pick up this last couple of weeks, but we had a pretty rubbish start to the year financially, let's put it that way. You may remember that we had a problem with our car before Christmas. It broke down on the M1, and it has been in a garage just north of Leicester since then, and I picked it up yesterday, which was the 24th of January, so over a month it was in the garage, and it eventually cost us around £3,000, or in fact just over £3,000 to fix it, which is never a great thing at the start of the year. I think bang goes any holiday plans we had this summer. It was just, it's a really long story. We are going to try and get some compensation from the dealership where I take my car to be serviced, because the garage said it looked like a car that had never been serviced when I actually have a service plan and they service it regularly. So either they're not doing their job or something weird has gone on. So you never know, we might get some money back. I'm not too hopeful of that, but anyway, that was a negative thing. And then two other things which were completely my fault, well, my fault, our fault, was that when we went to collect Archie from London, get all his university stuff, because he's moved back home, we went and picked it all up in Andrew's van, and in my head I'd thought, oh, congestion charge, I don't need to pay that if we go between 12 and 6. I thought the weekend between 12 and 6 you didn't have to pay. So went into London, got him, came home, and it was only like 3 or 4 days later I was like, well, I better just check, and I went on and checked, and actually between 12 and 6 is when you do have to pay. And of course I'd left it just one day too late to go and pay the congestion charge, so that was then, that's an extra £80 I think or something that we're going to have to pay. And then I also then got a bill because when we went to London just before Christmas to Winter Wonderland, parked a hire car that we'd had at the station in Watford, where we'd dropped the dog off. My parents live in Watford. Dropped the dog off, went and parked at the station, got the train into London, and for some reason I hadn't paid for the parking. I remember going on the app, I remember being in the station on the app, the parking app, trying to sort it out, and I thought I'd paid for it. But clearly I hadn't, and because I've been on the app, I thought, oh, I'll just get my receipt, I definitely paid for that, and there's just nothing on there. I was like, what? I'm sure I paid. But I think, thinking back, I think I was having a problem getting the information or getting my card information, so I thought, I'll just do it when I get on the train, and then probably got on the train and completely forgot about it. So that was another £35, which, yeah, it's not the end of the world, but it's just annoying. So financially, the beginning of the year has not been the best. Obviously, Archie moved home So that wasn't ideal, but he's happy and that's fine. When we won't bother with that. It is what it is, and he's still at uni. So, well, if he's not even gone back yet, but he will be next week, I think. So we'll see how that works out, him going in and out on the train. Phoebe is all good. We had a bit of a drama with her at the beginning of the year. She's had a bit of a crisis of confidence with her dance and sort of thought maybe she didn't want to do it anymore. We've sort of encouraged her to carry on just until the end of the festival season and see how she feels. We had festival this weekend. She did place, get a 3rd place in her modern, which was amazing because her modern is probably one of her weaker ones, and she hasn't placed in her modern dance for like 3 or 4 years. So it was just wonderful, and that really did give her a boost. And then the group dance, they have a character group dance, they got 1st place for that. And then on Sunday she did her tap, but she didn't place for that, and of course that then took all the shine off the day before. She was like, oh well, and so that was a bit of a shame. But I did try and say, look, concentrate on, you know, focus on the things that you did do well in. And actually she still danced really well. It was funny because I knew something wasn't right. She was dancing to her tap and she was dancing beautifully, but I could just tell in her face something was bothering her, and I was like, she's not shining. She usually just, you know, especially when she does her tap, she usually just shines, and you can see that she's loving it. And I could see that she wasn't, and I was like, there's something wrong, and I don't know what it is. She, you know, she hasn't gone wrong. It's all fine, but something is wrong. Anyway, when I went to see her afterwards, somebody had mentioned, so she's got her costume, which is actually too small, and I've actually since ordered a new one. But across the back, where it goes across her bum, the seam of the trousers is pulled so much that you can see the stitching, and somebody had pointed out just before she went on that they thought it was a hole, or they thought that it was going to tear or rip. They'd said, like, oh my god, your costume's going to break. And of course then through her whole dance she thought that her costume was going to rip, which, you know, when you're 12, that's a big deal, especially when it's right across your bum. And so she was just worried, and you could tell in her face. I mean, other people may not have been able to tell, but I could tell that there was something wrong. And that's what it was. So anyway, we've ordered her a new costume, so hopefully that will sort that problem. And we've got festivals now. Next weekend she's got 1 dance, and then the following weekend she's got another 3. So we're busy dancing the next 3 weekends, and then in March she's got a few, and then April it's manic. The first week in April she's got 2 festivals in 1 week, which will be really busy, but we do enjoy it, and she enjoys it. You know, she might have said that she doesn't want to do it anymore, but when she's there she absolutely loves it. So so that will be good fun. And then she auditioned for a role in an amateur production at our local theatre of School of Rock, and she got the place that she she got the part that she auditioned for, which is Summer. So if you've seen School of Rock, I think Summer is the band manager, and so she's going to be in that. And I literally went on yesterday to book some tickets. I thought, well, I better book some tickets, and 2 of the nights were completely sold out, so I was a bit disappointed because I didn't get any tickets for the last night, which I really wanted to do. But hey ho, we've got the first night, so I managed to get tickets for the whole family, including my mum and dad. So hopefully my dad will be able to come. He's waiting for a hip operation, and it will hopefully be in the next couple of weeks, so we'll see how he is. So yeah, that's Phoebe. And what else? Work for me has been quiet. It's always quiet in January. If you don't know, I work in marketing for a company that supports local authority, and well, mostly, but not all local authorities and trusts, but some are private clubs as well, but gyms and leisure centres basically. We support them with their marketing, promotions, campaigns and training and things like that. So November, December, where we're preparing for January, is just mental, so busy. And then January, when we've delivered everything and the clubs are super busy, we are actually quite quiet. So it's a chance to catch up on jobs that, you know, you don't usually get time to do. So and it's just a bit quieter, but it's annoying because I had hoped that I would use my sort of spare time to do some bits around the house, to get the spare room decorated and get Phoebe's room redecorated and get her new furniture, because she's getting a new bed and a new wardrobe. But because of the issue with the car, we just haven't been able to afford to do that, which is really annoying. And even though I only paid for the car yesterday, you know, constantly got that in the back of your mind. I need to make sure I've got the money to pay for for the car to be done. But so now that's gone and the money is gone, it's paid for, I can feel like I can relax a little bit. Like, the money's gone, it's done. Now I know, you know, what I can spend and what I can't. So yeah, that's a bit frustrating because I've had the time to do it, but I haven't actually been able to do it. But you know, it's not a massive issue. BB has a bedroom that's perfectly decent, although it is a mess all the time. What else has been going on? Not a lot. My fitness, so I wanted, you will have seen in my sort of morning routine, I really wanted to get back into working out this year. I made a big mistake last January. I had been working out religiously. I started working out before lockdown. I was doing sort of easier workouts every day. After I finished Weight Watchers, I thought I'll do more working out and then that will help maintain my weight, and it did. And then lockdown came and I stepped it up because I had more time. I was doing Joe Wicks and then I did some other things, really enjoying it. And then it got to January last year and for some reason I thought I'm gonna have a break. It's January, everyone's starting their fitness routines, I'm just gonna have a bit of a break. So I took a month off and I could never get back into it. It was so hard. I did some weight training throughout the year. I started like cycling, like indoor cycling, and doing like spin classes online, and I do it for a little bit and then go off and then come back to it and then stop and start and stop, and I just couldn't get into it. So I thought, right, this January I'm going to just really get back into my fitness, and so far so good. So I started the Couch to 5k back in the first week of January. I have just started week 4. I am not a runner. Always found running really difficult. I used to run with a group of friends where we used to live, and I used to enjoy like the camaraderie and going out with friends, but I couldn't keep up with them. They were just much better runners than me, and it isn't always down to fitness, it's down to technique, I think, and I just couldn't run. I remember my friend, like when she runs, she glides across the floor and it looks so effortless, and I'm there pounding along behind going, oh my god, I can't keep up. So I actually used to then I stopped going with them and going on my own because I found that a lot easier, because I used to get demoralised, I couldn't keep up, and then I get left behind and then I'd get demoralised and think, oh, I don't want to go. So I started going on my own and that was better. But then when we got the gym here and started doing other things, I just haven't run for a long time. I went for one run last year and I was actually quite surprised how far I could go. But because I haven't done anything for so long, I thought I'd do the Couch to 5k and just see. I thought, oh, it'd be really easy. And actually it hasn't, well, actually I didn't think it would be easy. I thought maybe I might find it easy to start with. And it hasn't been hard. Like I haven't struggled at all. I've managed to do everything that it tells you to do. I did think when I get to week 4, when I have to run like 3 minutes and then a 5 minutes and a 3 minutes and then a 5 minutes, I thought this is a big step up, I'm going to struggle, but actually I didn't, and I was able to run fine. And some of the tips that they give you, like how you should be gliding, like I have Jo Wiley in my ear, and she said that you should imagine somebody is you're running alongside a hedge and somebody's on the other side of the hedge, and they shouldn't be able to tell if you're running or walking. And that, you know, flips a switch in me. I was like, oh right, okay, so I need to try and glide. So you shouldn't be bobbing up and down, which is 100% what I do when I run. So I'm really trying to do, and it makes it so much easier and uses so much less effort. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I think that by doing this Couch to 5k and building and building and building, I should be able to help. It should be able to help with my speed and my stamina, and I'm just really enjoying it. I'm going out either Monday, Wednesday and Friday, like first thing, or Tuesday and Thursday first thing, and then a weekend day when I've got time. I've been going sort of later in the day, yeah, thoroughly enjoying it. And I am trying to do, in addition to that, 1 day a week in the gym I was trying to do 2 days a week in the gym doing weights, but at this it's so cold. It really is. We've got a heater which I bought Andrew for Christmas, which is amazing, but no, for his birthday, sorry, but it's still cold. It's really cold in the garage at the moment. So when the weather warms up a bit, I'll probably more likely to go in there more often. But I'm thinking as long as I'm doing these 3 runs a week, trying to do a weight session a week and then trying to do one longer dog walk a week. I just want to try and get my step count up, because I'm sat at my desk all day. It's really hard to get 10,000 steps. But if I'm starting the day with a run, that's 5,000 steps straight away. So that really helps, you know, get me going. And we have our life insurance with Vitality, and you get like a discount if you earn a certain amount of points per year, plus you get free cinema tickets and free coffees and things like that when you earn a certain amount of points through exercise. And Andrew used to earn all of our points because he worked out so religiously and wore his Apple Watch, which was really good at linking to the Vitality app. Whereas my Fitbit, I have to constantly update it and sync it to my phone and then sync the app, and I never used to get my points. Anyway, he stopped using his Apple Watch as regularly. In fact, he stopped using it at all. So he's not getting any points. So now it's down to me, because we were, so you get like levels with Vitality according to how you know, active you are, and we used to be platinum status, and that would give you like the biggest discount on your monthly fees, and we're now silver, and I think we're probably going down into bronze. So I need to step it up and start, because you know, life's expensive, and if we can save money by doing a bit of exercise, then that's good for two reasons. So yeah, that's life. And actually I was going to talk about I did mention this briefly in my morning routine video, was my MyZone. So when I was thinking about what favourites I could talk about today, MyZone was definitely one of them. This isn't gifted, as in MyZone haven't gifted it me to talk about, but it has been given to me for free, but it was given to me by my work. They have like a new wellbeing policy, and one of the things they obviously want us all to, they want to look after us, and us to want to look after ourselves, and you know, we do work in fitness and leisure, so it makes sense to practice what we preach, if you like. So we've all been given a MyZone switch and belts which we can use, and there is an app. So basically, let me show you how to start like this. So I did show it in my thing briefly. So this is the switch, which is the little watch. It literally is a fitness tracker. So you put it on your wrist or halfway up your arm, and you switch it on, and it tracks your heart rate as you're working out, and it tracks you in effort. So obviously it works out what your maximum heart rate is, and then it works out your effort. So you get, as you're working out, the little light changes. It's grey when you're making least effort, and then it goes to I want to say yellow, blue, green, and then red. So red is your like over 70% effort, according to like your age and your maximum heart rate. So it means that you can compete with other people, and compete, I mean, you know, as in go on a leaderboard with other people. No matter how fit you are, it's more about the effort that you make as opposed to who is the fittest. So obviously, you know, we work in leisure. There are lots of very fit people who work out regularly, and then those who maybe don't work out as regularly or who started from fresh can still compete, if you like, or be on a similar footing with regards to effort as those who are really, really fit. So it's quite a nice way of doing it. You don't feel like you're miles behind just because you're a lot less fit than somebody else. We have a little leaderboard in our company, which is really nice, and then so you get these effort points per workout, and you can even, so I even wear this when I go on a dog walk, because I'm getting effort points then, and sometimes I get more effort points on a dog walk than I do when I do a weights workout, and it actually helps wearing it on a dog walk, because I do tend to walk a bit faster and make a bit more, you know, get my arms going a bit, as opposed to just strolling, which I maybe would have done in the past, because I'm competitive. I want to earn more points. I was really focused on, so when you get your first, so you start off on a like 0 level. When you get your first 1300 effort points, you get a little thing next to your name, and you go to the level iron, and then it goes up to bronze when you've done 3 months of 1300 points a month, and then so on and so forth over time. So 1300 points actually is quite achievable if you're doing, you know, a couple of three workouts a week, a dog walk, you know, maybe something else. So, you know, it's quite achievable. So that again is really good as well. So you get this watch. You also get a belt that you can wear on your chest, which I think is a little bit more accurate, but I'm not a big fan of that. So, and then there is also a more stretchy band that you can wear higher up on your arms. So if you're doing weights and things like that, you could always wear that. but I generally just wear the watch, and it's fine for me. I will link it below in case you're interested in a MyZone. I found it really, really motivating. It's really kept me going. It comes in a little bag as well. It's really kept me going this month. I have definitely a competitive personality, so you know, I'm never going to be like top of the leaderboard, but as long as I'm up there, then I'm quite happy. So yeah, I will link it below in case you're interested. You can get it. I mean, a lot of people, if you go to a gym, you can probably get one from your gym. Some gyms give them for free with a membership, but you can buy them on Amazon as well, and I thoroughly recommend them. So that was my first favourite, and yeah, loving my fitness at the moment. So I'm hoping I can stick to it. Really hoping I can, because it's good for me. Right, second thing, I had something else I wanted to mention favourites wise, and I don't actually have it because I've run out. And the reason I wanted to mention it was because the fact that I've run out, I'm very aware that it's good. So I'm going to put a little picture here. It is this, can't remember the name of the, you'll see anyway. I'll put it here. The name of the brand, oil. I bought some from Home Bargains and had it in a haul ages and ages ago because I'd seen Emily Norris had recommended it. And then I've been buying, excuse me, I bought some from Amazon, and I have been able to get it in Tesco. But I keep forgetting to get it. When I go to Tesco, I keep forgetting to put it on my shop. So I haven't used it in about 2 months since I ran out. And basically it is like an oil, but it's an in-shower oil. So once you've had your shower, you put it on your skin when your skin is wet. I am really lazy for putting on moisturiser. Once I'm out of the shower, I just want to get dry, get my clothes on and go. I do not moisturise, whereas this, you can just spray it on after your shower, rub it in, then while you're drying yourself, it goes into your skin. And my skin over the summer was the best it has ever been. I do suffer from dry skin. I have eczema, I have had it all my life. And you know, I go through good stages and bad stages. Generally in the winter it's worse. But I noticed the other day I was itching my legs, and I looked down, my legs are so incredibly dry, and I haven't used it. They haven't been like that. I mean, last winter I'm pretty sure I was using this stuff and they didn't get bad at all. And my skin was in such great condition. I need to get some more of this stuff. It's not massively expensive, it lasts a really long time, and it's great. Just spritz over you, rub it in when you're in the shower, like once you turn the water off obviously, and but you're still wet, rub it in, takes 30 seconds, and then it's done. You get out of the shower and you get dressed, and that suits me so much better. I'm so much more regular when I do that than when I get out of the shower and I try and moisturise afterwards. And plus, when you moisturise afterwards, I feel there's like a sticky, sometimes moisturiser can be sticky or wet feeling, whereas this stuff, once you've dried, I can still feel it on my skin. Sometimes I'm sitting down and I'm rubbing it in because it's still kind of oily, but it doesn't get on your clothes, and it's just great. So it's this one. I will link it below as well. It's this, I can't remember the brand. It's the brand that do cocoa butter. It's that one. Yeah, can thoroughly recommend this, especially if you're lazy like me and can't bother to moisturise. Two other favourites. My electric blanket. It's cold, isn't it? Andrew bought me this for Christmas. It's this one. It's like a nice grey one, and you can see where it's got the electric bits. It's supposed to be for like the bottom of your bed, and you put it on before you go to bed at night, but I actually use it while I'm sat here at my desk during the day. I don't always have it switched on because it's actually nice and cosy even when it's not on. Yesterday it was like -5 during the day and it was freezing, and actually the heating kept kicking in, so I knew that it was cold. And I did have my electric blanket on for a little while, but it's so nice and it doesn't use up a massive amount of electricity, better than having the heating on when I'm here during the day. So, you know, if you are at home a lot during the day and you don't want to put your heating on, but you want to keep warm while it's cold outside, then I can thoroughly recommend it. I will link it below. Andrew just got it on Amazon. But it is, it's really nice and cosy, even if you don't turn it on, it's nice. So, so yeah, I'm sure most of you have already got electric blankets as well, because there was those, and what else was it that has been so popular? So the electric blankets, the electric airer, like the heated airer, air fryers and velvetizers. I mean, all of those in the last 6 months have probably, you know, been flying out of the shops. I don't have an air fryer. I'm quite tempted to get one, but have resisted so far. And then the only other favourite I've got is a foodie one. It's these. Talked about these, I think, in like what I ate in a day videos, and these are my nemesis when it comes to snacking just before dinner. I quite regularly, while I'm cooking dinner, will have a glass of wine and a little bowl of these. Oh no, it's not good. Although I don't think they're particularly bad for you. They are the smoke. These are the Aldi version. So Grays do some of these, and they are delicious. But actually, I prefer these. These are the Aldi version, the snack right. I think they're like 90p. They're under £1 anyway for a bag. And they're basically like chickpeas and little tiny crisps and like corn kernels, all in a barbecue like seasoning. You can get also a Thai sweet chili one and a green one. Don't know what it is, but another one. So they're 3 different flavours. I don't even know what the calories are like in this. Per 100 grams, 400 calories per 100 grams. How many is in this? Doesn't even say. Per quarter pack, 30. So 4 3s are 12. 120 grams in here. So, gosh, it's very dark, sorry. 132 calories for 30 grams for a quarter of this pack. So yeah, that's probably how much I have when I have it. So 130 calories isn't that bad actually. I do love them though, and they're really easy to snack on. The dog loves them too. I only give him the little crispy ones because I'm not sure what else he could eat, but I only give him those. But he only has a couple. But he knows, like when I take one out of the cupboard and I open it, like, I try and do it really quietly so he doesn't know, and he's literally at my feet instantly. So yeah, if you like, you know, healthy-ish snacks and something to eat while you're, you know, trying to be healthy. I mean, maybe everyone isn't trying to be healthy at this time of year. I know a lot of people are sort of pushing New Year's resolutions to February this year, which is probably a good idea. But yeah, so those are really yummy, and those are my only favourites really at the moment. I haven't bought anything new. Well, I did buy a coat. It hasn't arrived yet. I got it from Boohoo. I'm hoping it will be okay. I wanted a long coat. I think I talked about Andrew bought me a coat for Christmas and it wasn't the one I wanted, so I returned that. And I wanted like a dark green coat, and I haven't been able to find one anywhere that I like, apart from this one on Boohoo, which isn't a wool coat. It's a wool, it looks like a wool coat, but it's not, so it's not going to be particularly warm, but it is the style that I like. It was £40, but I got a discount, and that's why I ended up buying it, and it was £35, so it's only cheap. So I'm hoping it will look half decent. If not, it'll just go back. So I'm looking forward to that coming. But that's it. I haven't really bought anything else because yeah, car has taken all of my money. So yeah, that's all I wanted to chat about really. I thought I'll just come on here and do a little bit of a catch up and show you some favourites. I've talked forever already, so I'm going to stop now. I hope you're having a good week and a good start to your year, better than mine. And here's to a really good rest of the month and rest of the year. I will have something more interesting for you to watch next week. So thank you very much for watching, if you got this far, and I will see you next time. Bye. Than once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention.